Howdy, welcome to my video for our project, Econ 203 Macroeconomics. Today I'm going to be talking about determinants of savings, determinants of investment, and then how different shifts in the savings and investments or supply and demand curves will affect equilibrium. So first we're going to talk about determinants of savings. Some of these, let me write this down. Some determinants of savings will be things like wealth. Obviously, higher wealth, you're going to probably save more. Current economic conditions, I'm just going to put CEC. Things like during a recession, savings are going to decrease, and then like during an economic boom, savings are going to increase. So kind of an inverse effect there from economic conditions. And then also kind of expectations about future economic conditions, which kind of goes hand in hand. Low expectations are going to lead to higher savings. Other things, just to name a few, are borrowing constraints, social welfare policies, and culture. Culture is a big one that I really didn't think about, but different cultures are going to have different traditions and mindsets around saving money. And the next, we'll go into determinants of investment. And so some of those, there's really the big three, the way I like to think about it. There's expectations about the future, which kind of matches up with savings, but it's more expectations about the future profitability of current investment. So I'm just going to write down future profitability. Future prof, that works. Future profitability, so if you're expecting low return on current investments, then you're not going to want to invest as much. Same vice versa. Just uncertainty. If you're not sure, you're not going to want to invest. And then also changes in government budget deficit. That's kind of, it was a hard concept for me to wrap my mind around. But if the government deficit increases, then the supply of loanable funds is going to decrease, which kind of in turn would affect investment. It's kind of weird way to work around that. But next we're going to talk about shifts in the curves. So first off, we have our loanable funds graph. So we have savings up here, investments down here, loanable funds on the x-axis, and interest on the y-axis. So I made this neat little graph that kind of just shows. So this far left column will be your curve that's affected. So I kind of like to see the trend of how if investments are increased and both the interest rate and quantity are increased, and then vice versa if investments are decreased. And then also about how savings kind of does it like an up down type thing. So if savings increase, then interest rate is going to decrease and quantity is going to increase. So that kind of thing, neat little graph that helped me a lot. And then if we go in and look up here, I can kind of just show that. So say savings increased to here, it moved out here. So this is savings 2. Then obviously, as my graph shows, interest rate from equilibrium, which is right here, and quantity is right here. We're going to go from Q1 to Q2. So we have an increase there. And we're going to go from here. This is spot 1, this is spot 2. We're going to go from interest rate 1 to interest rate 2, which is obviously going down. So that kind of just shows how a shift can affect the graph, and the chart, I think, really helped me. So I hope it can help you, and thank you for listening.